Just try to get a little bit of that atmosphere, you know? Whoops. Today we're going to talk about Amaran's new light tubes, the T2C and the T4C. This is the T2C, it's 2 feet, and the T4C is 4 feet. I'm going to tell you what I really like about these lights and what I think they're bringing to the marketplace in terms of value. These are Amaran's new lights, and these do not feel like a budget light at all. There's just a couple things I'd want to be aware of if I was buying these and intending to use them in a professional environment. These do have DMX capability, but it's via USB-C. You need an external USB-C DMX adapter. It does not come with one, though it is DMX capable. It does not have lumen radio built in, and it really doesn't come with a whole lot of grip and mounting accessories. Really what it comes with is this little ring that you can use to like hang the lights from the ceiling or a hook or something. It can screw into the top, the bottom, or even the back of this light. Now what I really like is how the back rail of these lights is a NATO rail. There's plenty of room to screw in things like clamps and accessories and magic arms. In fact, that's how I had the one mounted up behind me. Is I just have the Condor Blue magic arm attached to a little clamp, and that's mounted to my triple header. Now this light becomes even more and more useful as you collect a lot of different grip accessories like clamps and things that you can attach it to in order to mount it into different positions. You can also get like one of these magnets. You can get all this stuff from B&H Photo. And I mean, these magnets are just like the ones with my Quasar Science lights. And you've got some 3/8 holes here on the battery as well as on both sides of the lights. Got another one of these rings. So there's just a lot of room to mount accessories and grip accessories and mounting equipment to these lights that make them very useful. And something that's really interesting is it also comes with its own battery. You don't need to power these off of battery, but if you wanted to, you can. And if you want to just plug these in or not worry about the battery, you can detach it and then just mount the light itself, which is, you know, it's a lot less heavy without the battery. But personally, I really like the batteries. I think they last a pretty long time, especially if you're not at 100%. If you wanted to plug it in and use the battery at the same time, you can, because you take power from the battery to the light. There's an additional hole in the back of the battery to just plug it into AC. So you don't actually have to wait for the light to finish charging in order to start using it. And using the magnet with a little baby pin attachment and a little rapid baby adapter, you can basically copy what Quasar Science did with their rainbow tubes and use that as a little magnetic stand. I'm curious to see how good of a key light these are. I'm already using mostly Aputure and Amaran products in here, but I'm just going to use only the T2C and the T4C now to see, to light myself up and see how it looks. All right, we're all set up. Here we go. Here's what I set up. I just put the T4C about 4 feet away from me. It is set up to 14% intensity at 5600 Kelvin. If I move it all the way up to 100%, it's just way too bright. Maybe I should go down for like 25%. That's pretty good. And then we'll take a look at the background. I just used the T2C. You can see I mounted it. It's right there with the magnet. And then turn it up to 82%. Yeah. That works really, really well. So these lights are plenty bright to be your key light, background light, and I think tubes are used in all kinds of places. And in terms of having quality LED tubes, there hasn't been a lot of affordable options. So I'm glad that Amaran has come into the market with them. That said, they don't feel like a budget product. They come with a really nice, durable case that will protect your lights. It's not like a cheap, super thin thing. It's got padding. It's got pockets for the battery, the power cord, and the charger power brick thing. And little Velcro straps to keep the tube on the other side. It's a nice carrying case. The only thing I see you really don't get with the tubes in terms of what you might get if you were to pay a premium for a more professional brand is you don't get lumen radio built in, but you still have Sidus Link, and Sidus Link works really, really well. And if you're not already built into some kind of wireless DMX ecosystem, Sidus Link is a very powerful tool and totally adequate. All they're doing really is cutting some of the features and accessories out that you would get with a professional tool and making them available at a much lower price. And if you wanted to grab the other accessories, you can. You can just buy them separately from B&H. These are from Condor Blue, then we've got Impact. I mean, all the stuff is compatible with it, and it's got the metal NATO rail on the back. You know, that's actually something I'm really impressed with, is this rail on the back is all metal, and it's just a lot. I was expecting it to be a lot more plasticky, considering the Amaran brand, but it's not. So it's like you're just buying the important pieces that you need to get the light running, and then maybe, pick up the accessories that you need to get it mounted. Is it the brightest light in the world? Well, no. They're not super high wattage fixtures. At 1 meter away, I'm getting like 350 lux on the little one and 700 lux on the big one. But they're plenty bright for how I use them in indoor use cases, the way I use tube lights. And I mean, you've seen the output here on this video. I don't want to get too hung up on numbers. It has 98 TLCI, according to what I measured. And all around, they're really, really easy to use. The interface on this light is really good. It's not easy to make a good user interface on a tube light, but they've done a pretty good job. It's easy to understand, easy to navigate, easy to read, and that's really all you can do with a tube light. You should really control it with Sidus Link. It's so much easier, but you don't need Sidus Link to control it. There you go, red. I mean, it's easy enough to use and navigate and understand, just like all of other Aputure's products. Amaran's products. Amaran and Aputure, not the same thing. I really like them. I think it is a fantastic light. I'm really glad that Amaran is, coming to bat with some really high quality products that I can actually get behind and recommend now. My first experience with Amaran's products was the 200X, and it just felt kind of plasticky, and the fan noise kind of bothered me. And I just didn't have a great impression of Amaran's products, but this changes all that. These are great. Again, if Aputure comes out with their own tubes, I would probably expect there to be some way to power it with a V-mount battery, whether it be DTAP or something like that. I'd probably expect it to come with a few more mounting accessories, possibly a little softbox or something, maybe barn doors. Yeah, I don't know, man. These are really good. Great work by Amaran. I'm really excited to play with these. Amaran's also releasing the F21C, F21X, F22C, and F22X, and I'll have that review up shortly. Yeah, cool. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Peace.